Hey guys, welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. I'm the INSANEBRIT, and today we're going to be citing an article from GameSpot. GTA 6 will reportedly only be out in 2025, which will include a Fortnite-like evolving map. I never really played Fortnite, but apparently they changed the map at the end of each season. Actually, an interesting dynamic online. Fans have been waiting since 2013 for a new Grand Theft Auto game, which is the longest gap between games in the series. The game's series history by a considerable margin. However, according to one leaker with a solid track record between the main entry releases, won't be over until 2025 something, which Take-Two statements during recent shareholders event backed this up recently. It's no wonder they're bringing GTA 5 to the PS5 and Xbox Series X, whatever. And yeah, if you haven't got a new game coming out or what have you, they're going to try and plug that gap. But I mean, 2025, I mean, it's 2021 now. It's 4 years plus, from spanning 3 generations. I swear to God, it's the only game I've known to have jumped generations when it comes to console. Like PS3 it started out on, PS4, and now it's going to jump to PS5. And then it'll be finally dead when GTA 6 comes out, at least in theory, you know what I mean? Even then they might still keep running it because it has made them billions, no joke. So it kind of makes sense, it's a money maker. Anyway, let's read on. Henderson, who has also discussed a potential GTA 6 map to change over time, similar to how Epic Games regularly overhauls its Fortnite map during end-of-season events. There was also mention of GTA 6 having multiple playable characters, something that GTA 5 introduced in the series when it first came out, and I agree with that. There should be multiple characters from different backgrounds, different perspectives, and it gives the game a different dynamic. It's quite fun that way. Different personalities, you know what I mean? So they do that in the likes of Yakuza, I believe, as well. So that'd be cool to see. More of that going forward. Even if these rumors are true, our true fans are going to have to wait a long wait due to several factors. Henderson said that Rockstar has placed a great emphasis on employee well-being in the wake of several reports detailing the crunch work conditions that were implemented before Red Dead Redemption came out. So they're very cautious of recently, in past couple of years, there's been these great companies like Naughty Dog and all the rest of it. People have come out and left them en masse and said, look, we're fed up with working in these conditions. The pay wasn't great, but the hours were long, or what have you. These crunch time things is known in the game industry. They are trying to change that. Some companies better than others, and I think it's important that, the likes of Rockstar, I think it's great that they're making that change. Essentially, this gives them, they're able to sleep a hell of a lot more and all the rest of it, you know what I mean? Like, rather than staying at the office after hours and, staying till well late, hardly seeing their families. In actual fact, I can't remember another article that I did recently, or about maybe last 6 months. Essentially, a company, I had to do with gaming, it had to be something to do with gaming because I only ever talk about gaming on this channel, of course. Essentially, the company started paying their employees better and giving them like better times, like just general times, and essentially instead of like overworking them to death. And essentially they thought, well, we're gonna lose X, Y, and Z. We'll be paying more money. Profit's going to be down low, kind of thing, or lower than what it's expected because we're not working them as we should or was normally doing. Essentially, that's what they felt was going to happen. And essentially, it turns out if you treat your workers better and pay them better, in actual fact, it was a 30% increase on productivity, and it was better for the company. So in actual fact, this could work out really well for Rockstar, and like I said, the proof's in the pudding. So hopefully, I'm a gamer and I want my games to come out fast, yes, but at the same time, I'm not screaming at the company every single day about how I want a new game to come out. I want people work to death for it. No, essentially, I just want my game to be made. A game to be made, completed properly, and then released, and then I can enjoy it, and I don't have to wait for patches and bug fixes. It's always going to be that, unfortunately, but the less of them is the better, of course, and you'll get money on the, more gamers are willing to spend their money if reputable people are willing to say your game is great. And again, people, I know most gamers don't care about the crunch time aspect of it, and it's part of the industry for a long time, but the idea of you actually changing that can only be better for the game and for your employees as well. So, so they're not worked to death, and that's important. Sorry guys, I went on a bit of a tangent, but I think it is generally an important thing there for mental health and the rest of it. The new GTA is believed to be coming to PS5 and the Xbox Series and PC As they are new to the market, Rockstar is allegedly waiting for more systems to be sold as to maximize sales. Henderson also added that since Rockstar wants to avoid delaying the game, GTA 6 won't be announced early thanks to the constant revenue stream of GTA 5. Rockstar has the luxury of being able to take its time with the development in the sequel, and that's right, that's 100%. They've got a hell of a lot of money. We don't need to rush. Again, with delaying the crunch time and all the rest of it, that's, you know, like I said, I think there's going to be massive improvements on the game in itself. It's worth noting to be skeptical of any GTA 6 reports until Rockstar officially reveals the game, but these claims of the lineup previous leaks keep up to date, blah blah blah. Alright, well that essentially is it, guys. GTA 6 will be with us in 2025. I think by then that's near enough the console generation, the end of that console generation, pretty much like what it was with the PS3 generation. At least, I mean, that's what, 5-6 years or etc. Yeah, about 4 or 5 years into the console generation. Possibly Sony would have announced a new console by then, along with Xbox, so it may be a GTA 5 scenario where they've actually said, okay, it's on the PS5 now, that's great, everyone's got it, the consoles, and most people got the console at this point, but now the PS6 is coming out, we're just going to have to pull it over to the PlayStation 6 as well, to keep that generation, the game going over the next course of a generation of console, because it takes so long to develop. You know, and that just may be a given now moving forward, because the game is so massive. At the end of the day, my message is clear, simple, and it goes from any indie company or a big corporation. Take your time with your games. It doesn't matter about me wanting to play it right now. Technically, I want to play every game right now, right? But at the same time, A, I'm not going to have time, and B, I don't want a rushed piece of mess. Nobody wants that. No one wants to have to wait for patches. Nobody wants buggy games, crappy story, or any of that stuff, or bullshit gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, it's annoying as hell. So, and we spend our money on it, and we complain, and we remember, as gamers, we remember that. And remember, I'm not even, there's a lot of games that I'm not interested in, but I hear about other companies doing bullshit. I hear about, as a gamer in the industry, I look at the industry and I see games and stuff that they've done wrong from all over the community, in the gaming community, and I go, whoa, fuck that company, or I'm not buying that game, just on principle. So you're not just looking at your audience, your key audience here, you're looking at gamers in general, and they're all talking, they're all discussing, we've all got clans, they've all got, you know, big communities and groups, and people respect one another and follow each other, and YouTubers, etc., massive communities. And your games will be reviewed, and we will know the bullshit that you're pulling, the practices you're doing. So my message again is simply take your time, make a great game, and then sell it whenever you decide to sell it, as long as it's all working properly and, you know, not a piece of shit. People will buy your game. In the meantime, until you can do that, I'll be playing other games. I'm not going anywhere, and nor are most other gamers. We're still going to be here just waiting to pick up that game, whether it be by a YouTuber recommending it, or you know, great advertisement, or fantastic gameplay, or whatever it may be, or already in that community spectrum of an RPG you're releasing, or a first-person shooter you're releasing. It will come out, it will compete with other games, and that's just the way it is, no matter if you release a great game or a piece of shit game. But remember, in a very a marketplace where it's oversaturated with almost anything, everything, basically shooters and what have you, you know, there are some games that are a little bit different. So FIFA only have pairs, Call of Duty and Battlefield go head to head, but you know, you can throw, those are two big guys, but even then people still criticize them and go to other games and Rainbow Six and all the rest of it. So just be cautious, and yeah, I think it's a positive thing. Of course, they're trying to kill off crunch time. I think that's a good thing. Good things for the workers. We get a better product that way. I think more companies should do this. Yes, as gamers, we will wait longer for our games, but I would rather wait longer for a decent game than a rushed game piece of shit that I then complain about and warn others to stay away, because the ideas are there, the work's there, but rushing it out, you know, to fit a timeline or a time period, and if I get a weaker / lesser game, or, you know, and I'm paying the same amount of money, guys. Remember, every game you want 50, 60, 70 pounds now, and I'm like, I ain't paying that. I just ain't. I'll pay that for 1 or 2 games, but I ain't paying that on a regular. Fuck out of it. That's my key note on that. But so when you release a piece of shit and you still want 70, you know, I'll spread that around and I'll fucking shout to the higher hills, fuck no, don't buy this game, it's a piece of shit. You know, and that message gets out there, and I'm just a smaller YouTuber, but there are other YouTubers out there who have massive audiences, and they give you honest reviews and opinions, and yeah, we know if you release a piece of shit and what have you. So take your time, come up with a great game, and you know, have some good advertising, get some people involved, some influencers or what have you, and you know, again, as long as they're honest and people trust them, you know, and your product's good, then people will buy it. That's just the way it is. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Are you excited for GTA 6? Do you think it's too long? Will you even care by then? Will you be moved on with life? Will you even buy the next console after this current launch? I don't know. I will. There's no doubt about that. That's just where I am. Where I am in the world. Still waiting to get PS5, by the way. Sony, so yeah. Anyway guys, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Links will be in the description below, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.